Coming up on Murrow News 8, Louisiana Tech has been added to next season's football schedule. We'll hear from Coach Dicker about how he feels.
And a WSU program received a $6 million donation. We'll tell you what program and how that money is being used. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Hello and welcome to Murrow News 8. I'm Brooke Bovenkamp.
And I'm Olivia Mayo. Some big news in WSU 2025 football schedule. A game versus Louisiana Tech is scheduled for November 15, 2025 at Giesa Field, and will be the first meeting between the two teams. Coach Dicker had a few words in the press conference today about the 2025 schedule.
Like I said, we're filling out the schedule, and we're looking far and wide. I mean, finding games, at this time, after losing the partnership isn't easy. So our administration's doing a good job of finding a bunch of different opponents, obviously outside our normal scope of, who we'd play. So I think that's game 8, if I'm correct, and we got 4 more to still get.
WSU's veterinary teaching hospital was just gifted $6 million from an anonymous donor. This is the largest gift given to a faculty chair in the university's history. We're sending it over to our reporter Bailey, who has more on where this funding will go.
Thanks, Brooke. The money was gifted to faculty chair Dr. Rance Sellen, who for his leading voice of oncology at the hospital. The gift establishes that Dr. Rance Sellen provided chair in veterinary clinic oncology. We spoke to administrative staff at the hospital who say these funds were used to forward funding towards oncology studies as well as any supplemental items needed for processes. Dr. Sellen has been part of Vet Med Tech since 1997. Back to you guys.
The gift was given by an anonymous couple who took their dog to WSU Vet Med thinking their pet had a tumor. Dr. Ransellen determined the dog did not have cancer but was instead suffering from a respiratory condition. The diagnosis saved their dog's life.
Starting tomorrow, Whitman County Library District will be offering free Medicare supplement help. This offering is led by Daniel and Joyce Leonard, who volunteered with the statewide health insurance benefit advisors. You can drop in anytime during the scheduled hours until December 7th. Be sure to bring a list of your current medications.
The Pullman School Board will host a public forum later this evening where community members will have the opportunity to voice their opinions on key issues facing the district. Primary topics tonight include the future of the Pullman Aquatic Center as well as school district busing and facility improvements. The session is from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Lincoln Middle School.
There's been an update after the massive meat recall announced last week over possible listeria contamination. New information reveals the recall has expanded to include foods shipped to schools. An update posted Tuesday, the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service said Oklahoma-based Bruce Pack added 1,779,040 pounds of food to the initial recall. Additional updates say the ready-to-eat salads and wraps sold at Walmart and Trader Joe's were among the recalled products, as well as pastas and frozen meals sold at Costco.
And expect some road closures for construction on Farm Road and West A Street. The intersection on those streets will be closed to traffic beginning today. The intersection is scheduled to reopen on Saturday, November 2nd. And some breaking news this afternoon. Former One Direction singer Liam Payne was found dead outside of a hotel in Argentina. Local media says the 31-year-old British musician was found dead after falling from the hotel's 3rd floor. Liam Payne rose to global fame as part of the since disbanded pop band One Direction, alongside Harry Styles, Zayn Malik, Niall Horan, and Louis Tomlinson. Since the band broke up in 2015, Payne also began a solo career, releasing the song Strip That Down in 2017 and the album LP1 in 2019. Payne leaves behind his 7-year-old son, Bear. Coming up after the break, haunted attractions that usually appear in the Palouse every October are back after taking a brief hiatus. We'll tell you what that is, and Sam Fulton will have the fall weather report next. The Haunted Palouse festivities are back starting October 18th at 7 p.m. in downtown Pullman. The event will be open for ages 12 and up, and it will be open on Fridays and Saturdays till the end of the month. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit hauntedpalouse.com.
The City of Moscow asked local businesses to participate in the free downtown trick-or-treat. Downtown Moscow is set up to hold a trick-or-treat on October 31st from 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. All businesses are invited to participate in this event. Spaces will be available for those who wish to participate.
The 80-foot Cosmic Crisp hot air balloon will be touching down in Pullman very soon. The giant apple will fly over Pullman for a morning celebration of healthy eating and activity on Monday, October 21st from 6:30 to 11:30 a.m. Moscow Crisp Day event coincides with National Apple Day, a celebration of apple history and versatility. After its flight, the balloon will land at Newberry Track.
The City of Moscow and Moscow's Art Commission to host a art walk tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The art walk will feature visuals, culinary, literature, and performing arts. The event is free and open to the public.
The ribbon cutting ceremony for the new Moscow Contemporary Art Gallery will be on Thursday, October 17th at 5 p.m., located at the old Rue 21 storefront. The grand opening celebration is on Friday night, October 18th from 6 to 9 p.m.
And with all these fall festivities happening, we should look at the weather. Sam, what do you got for us?
Hey, thanks, Olivia. Fall weather will arrive today. The unseasonable warm start to October that has been daily high temperatures in the low 80s and high 70s is coming to an end. A cold front will bring a change of rain and lower temperatures through the end of the week. And speaking of the week, today's high is 57 with a low of 44. Expect some more winds today as we have around 14-mile-an-hour winds. The sunrise is at 7:10 a.m. and the sunset at around 6 p.m. And with tomorrow's weather, we have a high of 50 and a low of 32. We have stronger winds again, going from 13 miles an hour. The sunrise should be at around 7:30 a.m. and sunset at around 6 p.m. And going on to our state map, west side of the state, Olympia and Seattle, you'll be expecting some rain. We have a high of 61 in Olympia and a high of 58 in Seattle, with lows of around 45 to 49 in both areas. Going to the central part of the map, we have a high of 65 and a high of 69 in Yakima and the Tri-Cities, a low of 36 in Yakima and a low of 49 in the Tri-Cities. And going on to Pullman and Spokane, expect some rain in Spokane with a high of 60 and a low of 44, and a high of 57 and a low of 47 in Pullman. Now going on to Monday, you'll be expecting some rain, so be sure to bring a coat or a sweatshirt. We have a high of 60 and a low of 47 Monday. Sunday, we have 68 with a low of 49. Saturday, the game, a high of 63 and a low of 45. And then going on to Thursday and Friday, highs of 50s and lows of 32 and 40. And back to the girls with more news.
Thanks, Sam. After the break, we'll hear from a defensive back on how the team can improve on defense for the upcoming Hawaii game.
Kapenagushigan got the chance to speak about how practice is going and what we can look forward to on the defensive side of the game.
Shoot, communication. I think we stressed that the most. Some of the other guys who got interviewed, they were stressing that. Just making sure that we're all on the same page. And that's like talking pre-snap, talking as the snap is happening, and just being on the same page.
The Cougs play Hawaii Saturday at 12:30 p.m. here at Giesa Field. WSU dropped some new helmets for the homecoming game on Saturday. Instead of the typical Cougar logo, WSU has the retro Washington State College logo on a gray helmet for homecoming week. These helmets are called the Butch Bucket. WSU volleyball continues WCC play at home tomorrow against Oregon State at 7 p.m. They're on the road to play San Diego at the Jen Craig Pavilion Saturday at noon. As basketball season gets closer, the women's Cougs were picked to finish second in the West Coast Conference, coming in just 1 point shy of first place Gonzaga, while senior Tara Wallach and sophomore Eleanor Villa were named the All-WCC preseason team, the league announced this morning. On the topic of basketball, the men's TV schedule came out yesterday. We can look forward to seeing games on ESPN+, SWX, CBSSN, and ESPN2. With all this basketball talk, this week you can actually get the chance to see a little preview of what the season may bring. Zoomania is on Friday, October 18th at 8:30 p.m. in Beasley Coliseum. Show up and meet your new men's and women's basketball teams. There will be a 3-point contest, dunk contest, and more.
Thanks, Olivia. Coming up, how an ex-NFL player dedicated a performance to a Coug legend. We'll tell you who they both are after the break.
It feels like no matter where you look, the state of the world's getting worse. Oceans full of plastic, an endless amount of waste, an impossible task ahead of fixing our beloved planet. But change can't happen if you do nothing. So here's where you should start. Reduce. Why? Because Americans produce more than 200 million tons of waste every year, and you don't want to add to that. Reuse. Why? Because reusing and repurposing cuts back on unnecessary waste, and it gives things a chance at new life. Recycle. Why? Because recycling creates jobs. It helps our community and it helps our planet. And after doing all this, what will we be left with? We'll be left with a planet that will slowly start to heal. We'll be left with more money in our pockets. We'll be left with more opportunity for work. And most importantly, we're left with hope for the future. So reduce, reuse, recycle.
There was a national TV shout-out for WSU's former head coach, Mike Leach, on Dancing with the Stars dedication night. Danny Amendola hasn't done that well these past few weeks. After the dance, he said what made Coach Leach so special to him.
He sold us a dream that we could pay through hard work and dedication, and being a coach is a very selfless job, and I miss him dearly, and this one's for him.
As he dedicated this dance to Coach Leach, it was in fact his best scores yet. You know, that's pretty impressive. Of course, you don't hear recognition for WSU all that often.
Yeah.
It's pretty great to hear, especially on a TV show I tend to watch once a week.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to watch, but I definitely will need to. I haven't really been watching this season. I was pretty into it last season, but...
And I didn't even know Danny played at Texas Tech.
I didn't either.
I mean, I knew he was in the NFL, but I didn't know he was coached under Leach. So that was pretty cool. It gives me a little bit bigger heart for him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in, and for more content, visit our YouTube page.